Hey, you know what? If you're married or have a long-term partner or whatever, there are probably some days when you've seriously thought about, doing your spouse in and thinking that no jury on earth will ever convict you. But most days, I'm sure you get along just fine. And I was just thinking about that today, how, I've got a to-do list for my husband and I give it to him, and then I patiently wait for the obligatory waiting period to expire so maybe I can see something get done. And sometimes it gets aggravating because he's on his own time schedule, whatever that might be. Anyway, though, today I'm thinking, as I give him his list of to-do stuff, did I say thank you? Did I say I appreciate you? Did I say sorry that I wanted to kill you last week and I really wouldn't do that for anything ever? I think that's something that we do. We are really good sometimes about taking advantage of someone who cares for us and wants to do, the good things for us. And sometimes I guess they want to kill us too. I'm sure my husband probably thinks about it daily, but for the most part, like I said, you have to focus not on what he didn't do and what your spouse didn't do, maybe, but on what he did do, and to show gratitude and to let them know that they're loved and appreciated. And it's like this, it's like I've said 100 times, if you focus on something and you make that your primary focus, that little thing, whether it be a flaw or, whatever it is, it can get bigger and bigger and bigger until all the good stuff just gets shoved away. You've got to focus on what is right. You got to focus on what is good. And you also should lead by example, rather than try to pull the love out of somebody or demand, or because when you try to pull something out of somebody, you can just about forget it. You can maybe say, this is what I need, and if they don't give you, get on with your life and start finding other ways to fill that void, and you're more likely to actually get that at that point. On the other hand, I will tell you, if somebody's saying to you, I need this, and you just choose to ignore it, you might end up having empty space to talk to, because you might get left in the dust down the road when a lot of bitterness can get piled up. But that's a whole nother vlog. Today it's just about reminding people and myself to be grateful and to let people know that they're appreciated. Not just your love interest, your child, your parent, your friend, even your enemy. Because maybe they're teaching you something that you have an agreement with that you would be taught. That's even the like the good book says, anybody can love their friend and family. It takes a whole lot of help from a higher source to love your enemy too. But even they are here to teach you, even though they probably don't have a clue that they're doing so, and probably could care less, or they wouldn't be your enemy. But anyway, that's just my thoughts for today. Live in gratitude, live in love, and set an example. If you're not getting that attention, put out that attention. Show a person. Don't demand, do this, let me, do it for them, and then kind of pull back, and maybe that'll help get the attention that some of you might be needing and not getting. A lot of times people make a mistake. They think once you just get, the ring on the finger, then, it's done, and you just, whatever, and that's not right. You got to remember that marriage or love is not a word. It is an active thing. It is a living thing in a way, and you kind of have to constantly nurture and care for these things so that your children have security, and you have security and whatnot, and you reap what you sow. And if you put out a lot of hatefulness or demands, and nagging or whatever, and you forget why you married that person, or why you love that person, or maybe you didn't forget these things. Maybe you just forgot to say them sometimes. And I could probably talk for another 30 minutes. Evidently, I'm a little bit wordy today. But that's my blog for today.